Shalom. Here I explain how to read the Torah. And at the end of the video there is the explanation of the blessing prior to reading the Torah. The Torah is an obligation to read publicly 3 times a week. In this way we ensure that all those interested in saving their soul regardless of their intellectual level and through reading and listening to it can learn from its teachings. The Torah is read in religious places, but my personal opinion is that it can be read anywhere that is appropriate. The Torah should be read 3 days a week. On day 1, day 4, and on Shabbat in the afternoon, 3 turns 3 portions of at least 10 verses each must be read, while on Shabbat during the morning it must be read 7 times. Each turn must be given as an honor to a different person. This practice began to be carried out since the time of Moses. In those times it was instituted that the public reading of the Torah had to be completed once a year, and it was divided into 54 portions that to this day are read week after week in order, and there are weeks where 2 portions are read, thus ensuring the reading annual Torah. Moses also demonstrated that the Torah should be read on holy days, such as holidays and at the beginning of the month. As for days that were not holy, it was customary to read 3 verses from the Torah on days 1 and 4. These readings did not have as significant weight as they do today. It was not until the times of the Great Assembly that Ezra the scribe promoted that at least 30 verses 3 tons readings of 10 verses should be read on the 1st and 4th. In Talmud it is mentioned that these days were chosen precisely because no more than 3 consecutive days can pass without the Torah being read. Day 1 and 4 serve this purpose perfectly well. Furthermore, each of these days has a special meaning, since day 1 was the day Moses received the 2nd tables of the law, and day 4 was the day he came down with them from Mount Sinai. Remember that the Torah should always be read in turn, but with the exception of whether you are reading it alone or alone in one place. The honor of the turn can be given to any Jewish male or female over the age of 13. However, since it is such a great honor, it is usually given to a person who is in a particular situation to honor them. Here I show you how to read the blessing prior to reading the Torah. The reader of the Torah should say, "Bless Yahweh, for he is blessed." The congregation must stand up and respond, "Blessed be Yahweh, who is blessed for all eternity." The reader must repeat, "Bless Yahweh, he is blessed." The congregation must repeat, "Blessed be Yahweh, who is blessed for all eternity." Before reading the Torah, the reader says this blessings. "Blessed are you, Yahweh, our Eloheinu and King of the universe, who has chosen us from among all nations and has given us his Torah. Blessed are you, Yahweh, giver of the Torah." If you are in your house, make a prayer. After the prayer, you can sit. If you are in a synagogue, to this suggestion, after the turn, stand on the right side of the podium until the end of the next turn if this was the last turn, then until the Torah is raised. When returning to your seat, do not use the shortest route. And so, dear listeners, we finish this teaching for today. Shalom.